When I was a little girl, I really wanted to do cheerleading at the rec center in my city. At the time, my mom told me that cheerleading wasn't offered there. Instead, she signed me up for soccer. It wasn't until I was 17 when my mom finally sat me down and told me the truth. There was cheerleading at the local rec center. She had told me there wasn't, so I wouldn't turn out to be such a girly girl. We both agree now that it was entirely unsuccessful. So my mom is very athletic and intelligent and strong, but girly she is not, and I picked up a lot of those attributes from her. I couldn't walk in heels or apply fake lashes, and I decided I needed to learn. So in lieu of being a cheerleader at age 7, I decided to do pageants at age 16 instead. Junior year of high school, I decided I wanted to try out. About 24 girls tried out, and there was space for 12. Next week when results were posted, I was so excited. There was no doubt in my mind that I was in. Well, there was no doubt until I actually saw the results. I hadn't made it. It took about a week, but I got over it. Who wants to be a stupid pageant girl anyways? It turns out I did. When I got the call the next week that they needed another girl, I practically hugged them over the phone. I was in. The next 2 months were a complete blur of activity. When I say that we would sometimes practice until midnight, I mean we would more often than not practice till after midnight. Practices were long, hard, and full of critique, so I worked even harder, keeping up grades and the late night practices. Finally, after a full final week of 9-hour rehearsals, all in heels, and shopping for all the necessary items, including starch and some magical thing called Spanx, it was the night of the pageant. I didn't win, but I was hooked. I had received high scores, especially for never having done it before. I also learned how that whole world worked. Go big or go home is an apt description of the pageant world. Most girls had coaches and expensive dresses. It was time to start investing. That summer, I immediately signed up for another pageant and then another. My closet was one dress away from exploding, and I can now full out sprint in heels. While this may be a strange habit, I must say that it has come in handy before. I put more preparation into my senior year pageant than any other. I even went so far as to get a coach who helped me choreograph my talent. I was so sure that I could win. My dress was perfect, my talent was perfected, and my heels were, you guessed it, perfect. Everything was amazing until the day of, and I caught the flu. My voice was shot, and I had a fever of around 102. After much deliberation, I still decided I was going to compete, and I did my best. Or maybe I did. I don't remember a lot. I'm very glad I did try, though. I didn't win or even place very high, and maybe I should be more upset by that. But instead I won something even greater, and it's not confidence or poise. I won the Miss Academic Award for having the highest GPA. I'm secretly a giant nerd, so winning that award was the highlight of my time in pageants. And now I have the best prize of all, a closet full of pretty dresses, and seeing people's faces of surprise when I tell them, yeah, I'm a pageant girl.